We live in a place in West Oakland called the Lower Bottoms. So, yeah, we've lived there on and off since 2010, and it's interesting. Factors actually a lot into this last song I just wrote, which is called "The Golden Hour," which is about it's dedicated to my kid Hazel, and it sort of has to do with the Lower Bottoms has been a great place for us to live for several years, and it's also in some ways not ideal for having a kid. We don't have a yard. We don't. There's a lot of pollution and trash on the street and stuff like that, and stuff that didn't used to bother me as much, but it's just like sort of not as nice for him. But in the Golden Hour, I kind of talk a bit about just some of these scenes from one way or the other. Like this is Hazel's childhood. This is the setting for it, and there is a lot of beauty, and there's just a flavor to it that ultimately, I think whether he remembers his childhood fondly or not will depend on a lot of things besides what exact neighborhood he lived in. But so just kind of trying to embrace it as kind of the setting for this stage of both of our lives. Yeah, my kiddo, he's coming up on 2 years old, and he's a real joy in my life. Yeah, this is a song about Hazel, and about living in West Oakland, and sometimes things not being super glamorous, but still life being really rich in spite of that. So. The golden hour brings the choir out. We called back every song we heard. There were countless crows, but only one blackbird. Commuter rail marks out the minutes. Freight train, freeway rumble on. Silhouette of Sutro Tower. Container trains for turn from white to bronze. Lavender, rosemary, Sharpie tags on the playground walls. Carry out and candles at the corner memorial. The foxtails telling jokes, cracking up the concrete. This life ain't never been easy, that don't mean it's incomplete. All that gift shop wisdom, that serenity bullshit, well, they push it mostly to keep us down, but there is something to it. I mean, take your granddad, came up poor, Vietnam vet, but try and cry over his soul. He'll tell you, I ain't had a bad day yet. 4th of July in the Bottoms, left the pavement burnt and scarred. But now the pit bull and the boxer mix, they're out dozing in the yard. Some of us were raised by wolves, baby, you were raised by queers. This life ain't never been simple, that don't mean some things ain't clear. Don't take none of this as truth, though I'm not being insincere. This life ain't nothing you can hang on to. that don't mean it isn't dear. Thanks very much. I'm Shareef Ali. Joe Fraley's up next. Come get a record or shirt.